Okay, hello everyone. This is Gennaro speaking, and that is Gennaro in the video. I thought that I would do a little bit of a demonstration and instruction on a workout. That's me there, and I'm also speaking here. I'm currently doing a Tibialis Raise. The first line of defense at any point in time when we're walking or running or going up the stairs is the ankles and the tibialis. So I like to start my workouts with this. Basically, you put your butt up against the wall and you squeeze the front side of your calf and you bring your ankles as close to your knees as possible. You'll feel a burning sensation all while you are keeping your legs straight. This is a good warm-up. I do 25 of these. This starts to activate the lower body muscles. I just want to preface in saying that I didn't go to school for any of this. This has just been a collective observation over the years of training myself and other people and body movements and things like that. This is my last rep right here. I'm squeezing at the top position just to get a final burn. This is a 15-minute full body workout that I'm going to be completing. I work out 1 to 2 times per week, no more than 30 minutes. A warm-up and a strength portion. Okay, we're moving into the knee over toe lunge. This is basically a great movement for stretching, for warming up. You can load this movement. Basically, we're getting a ankle mobility portion of it. We're getting full knee flexion. You feel a lengthening and a stretching in the hip flexors. And we're also challenging the quad muscle. Basically, you are pushing your knee over your toe intentionally and trying to cover up your calf with your thigh muscle. I do a couple of these. I mean, literally, you can do one of these and you feel good after doing them. But keeping the torso upright, driving the knee over the toe, reducing momentum. And this is the knee over the toe lunge. I've elevated my front foot because it helps me get a good range of motion. Depending on your mobility, you may have to go higher than this, or you can go right from the ground. Basically, the bottom position is the most important part of this. I think I've done 6 or 7 on each side. Okay, we're moving along. I think I have one more lower body warm-up. Again, I am doing this in the most humble way possible. I have my shirt off. I'm not really sure why I have my shirt off. Maybe part of it is to show off a little bit. Maybe part of it is to see what muscles are activated. I also have dad shorts on. So, the dad shorts made me feel a little bit comfortable, a little bit stronger, I would say. Okay, this is the seated good morning. This allows us to get our chest towards our knee, which is something hard to do with any other movement unless you're seated like this. I have a 10-pound medicine ball in my hand. You could load this heavier. You can do this without weight. Ideally, I like to keep the back flat. However, because I'm only using a 10-pound medicine ball, I'm going to round my back here a little bit just to increase the range of motion. A couple points here is arms stay straight. Your ankles need to be in front of your knees. And you feel an activation of the glutes and hamstrings. Also, low back stretch. This is just another warm-up, and this is a feel-good movement. And there you go. I don't know, 6 or 7. I'm not a big rep guy. I don't even know. I don't really count reps. I just go. All right, so that was my lower body warm-up. I'm now moving into an upper body warm-up here. It looks like I'm about to start my YTWs. I have a 2.5-pound plates in my hand. I'm starting in a Y position, moving myself down to a W position. Reducing momentum, eliminating momentum. I am actively squeezing my upper back muscles, all the muscles, and I'm consciously thinking of the muscles that I'm activating here. Shoulders away from the ears, and I kind of freestyle it here. I guess you can consider this the T in the YTW. Again, 2.5 pounds in my hand, each hand. You can do this with no weight whatsoever. And I'm freestyling it here. Basically, I want to take my rotator cuff and my shoulder blades through a range of motion that's appropriate, getting blood flowing to the different muscles of the upper back, the shoulders, the rotator cuff. I'm leaning up against a bench here. I just like doing it that way. I'm not really sure why, actually, but that's the way I do it. I put my clients through this warm-up. This is exactly what I do with my clients here. I do the same workouts that my clients do. Again, I think this whole entire workout is 15 minutes in total. This includes the warm-up and the strength portion. This is a full body workout. Okay, I think that's the completion of my warm-up. Right now I'm feeling my blood is flowing, my heart rate is up a tiny bit. Okay, we're going into the first strength movement, which is the chest press. I like the chest press because it isn't too taxing of a movement, but it is difficult. I think I have 60 pounds in my hand, and I like to keep my palms facing each other. My hands match my elbows on the way down. I'm thinking about just driving my elbows down. I'm eliminating momentum. I'm trying to be smooth out of my turns in the top and bottom position. Keep the tension in the muscles. Do not let the muscles recover in the top and bottom position. You know, this is called the chest press. However, this is more of a shoulder stimulation. I attack the chest doing a chest fly or a dip. This one activates the triceps, the biceps, the shoulders more so than it does the chest, although you are getting chest work in this. Again, I'm not really thinking about reps. I'm not counting reps. It's one set to failure. I'm just going. I'm just going and I'm focusing. And when it starts to get hard, see right here, I don't really love this rep right here, but I had to do it for the people. I had to finish it for the people. And I should be going slowly on the way down to finish fatiguing the muscles. Again, our focus is to intentionally weaken the muscles. Intentionally fatigue the muscles. Okay, that was the chest press. One set, moving right along here. I go back and forth with an upper body movement to a lower body movement. It looks like I'm about to set up the slant squat. I use the slant squat here because when you elevate the heels, it allows for a deeper range of motion, and it also attacks the quadriceps more. I'm using 95 pounds. You can do this with no weight at all. You can do this with a dumbbell, a kettlebell, with a barbell. And basically I'm thinking about dropping my butt down to my heels and activating my quadriceps and my VMO muscles. Those are the teardrop muscles that are just above your knees. And I'm looking to get in the bottom position here. I want full knee flexion. We don't get ourselves in everyday life to full knee flexion. This is just one way of doing it. If I'm not loading this movement, I'll just use this as a warm-up or a stretch. Getting your butt down to this bottom position actually feels great. Keeping the torso upright, I can be better in that area. I'm kind of letting my chest drop down a little bit. I should be squeezing my core more. Also, you'll notice that in the bottom position, when you get your butt all the way down to the heels, you can almost let go of your muscles because you've gotten your joints just stacked up on each other where you don't really need muscle activation. I guess that's kind of cheating because I do like to keep tension in the muscles, but I love the bottom position for full knee flexion. Again, I don't really care how many reps I do as long as I am taking the muscles to fatigue. Heart rate should be going up right now, which is helping me work cardio. I don't do any cardio whatsoever. I don't diet either. I've been blessed to have good genetics. I'm not saying you shouldn't diet because you should. I do watch what I eat, but I don't have a strict diet. I just challenge my muscles to the point of fatigue and failure 1 to 2 times per week. And that does enough for my body to keep me in decent physique and in good shape. I don't know how many I'm at, maybe 7 or 8 right here. But again, we're looking just to fatigue the muscles and increase the heart rate. The knees should be over the toes and the knees shouldn't be caving in or going out. That was my last rep. I don't advise walking around with a barbell like that, but you know, I don't follow my own rules. So that's just life. That's just life for me. Okay, I'm going to another upper body movement here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, here we go. We're going to upper body movement. It looks like I'm going to be moving into the pull-up. My rule of thumb is if you can consistently do 10 to 12 strict pull-ups, then you can load the pull-ups. A loaded pull-up, not many people can do, but it has been a huge muscle builder for me and overall strength builder for me, so I do that every time now. So it looks like I have 25-pound plate. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to go past that, so I'm strapping myself up. This is the moneymaker. The pull-up is probably my all-time favorite movement. And when I say pull-up, it's actually a chin-up because my palms are facing my face. And okay, here we go. So again, eliminating momentum. I'm going through a full range of motion here. I'm breathing however I want to breathe. However I want to breathe. My body is asking for oxygen, and I'm supplying the oxygen to it as I feel necessary. The most important position, I would say, in this movement is the top position, shoulders away from the ears. Here is when you get your full lat activation. And I tuck my chin over the bar and I squeeze my core a little bit just to get some abdominal muscle activation. And I just take this nice and slow. Again, eliminating momentum. My heart rate is probably going up right now. I'm hating myself in this point. I'd like to get one more. I don't know if I get one more out of this, but the inclination when it gets difficult, when a movement gets difficult, is to speed up. But we should be slowing down. If anything, we want to slow down. Okay, I didn't finish that last rep. I'm kind of mad at myself for that, but I don't know. It is what it is. Okay, that was a pull-up. Right now, I am gassed. I'm gassed, but I'm trying to hold it together for the people. All right, I don't know how. I'm 12 minutes into this workout right now. 12 minutes into this workout, and I'm going to a lower body movement. I believe this is my last movement of the workout. So with low body, I do a knee dominant movement and then a hip dominant movement. My knee dominant movement was the squat. Now I'm moving into a single leg deadlift here. I think I only have 20-pound dumbbell. I couldn't go more. I can go more with this, but I just love the feeling of the stretch in this movement. There's a slight bend in the knee. What's important with any hip dominant movements is that there's not really much knee angle movement. I keep the angle of my knee the same, and I hinge at the hips. Again, taking this nice and slow. This stretches the posterior chain for me, and I try and keep a flat back as much as possible. I'm dying right now inside, but it's okay. I'm continuing to focus and move the weight slow. I tend to coach this up as like a seesaw, where the hip is the fulcrum and I'm moving across the fulcrum, just using my muscles, no momentum. And I'm going to the other side here and I'm finishing this bad boy off. You can load this pretty heavy. Single leg movements you could load pretty heavy for whatever reason. Again, I'm not a doctor or a physical therapist. I read a couple books and I study people as they move. I watch people when they move and I see what's going on, what's happening, and I study myself. And here we go. So we're hinging at the hip. You should feel a good activation in the back of the knee, the hamstrings, the glutes, low back should be activated to keep you sturdy and stiff. And I am just moving this along. Again, I think I have a 20-pound dumbbell here. This is my last movement for my workout. I should probably hold this last position. I always like to do a static hold just to finalize it in fatigue. I didn't really do it there. And that's it. That's it for me. Thanks for joining. It's been a pleasure. See you all later. Let me know if you have any questions. Over and out.